WCBI Midday, I'm Renae Skinner. Clay County Sheriff's investigators need your help tracking down a burglary suspect. Stefan Cox is wanted for 1 count of burglary. No other information about the case is available. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Mr. Cox, call the Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers or the Clay County Sheriff's Department. Remember, you don't have to give your name, just the information. After an inmate was killed in a garbage truck accident just over a month ago in South Mississippi, law enforcement in Clay County are looking into ways to better protect inmates working on the back end of garbage trucks. WCBI's Victoria Bailey was in Clay County and has more on the safety measures they want to take.
Clay County Sheriff Eddie Scott wants the trustees working on the back of garbage trucks to be safe while on the job.
We have our inmates out there working. Their safety is always a major concern of ours with the amount of traffic and stuff we have on the road. An
inmate in George County was killed in an accident, causing the Mississippi Department of Corrections to reevaluate their trustee policies.
MDLC decided that we need to do more to kind of strengthen up the safety of our workers that's on the back of these garbage trucks.
In the supervisor board meeting Tuesday, Scott suggested adding standing cages and additional reflective lights on the trucks. He also suggested a tracking system be added to the dump trucks, one he's already had great success with in his department.
The automatic vehicle locator, this device helps us track our vehicles. It aids the dispatcher in knowing where our units are, where possibly can dispatch quicker. But it also gives me a history. I can go back and look and see exactly where our cars were, what the speed they was running, how long they was there.
Scott says they're assembling the cages now and working toward more training for both inmates and truck drivers. He says though inmates have committed a crime, they still have so much to offer the area.
The inmate labor that the county has, I mean, it provides so much for the county. And I ask the public, just be aware that these guys are here working not just only on the garbage trucks. They're out here, they're actually helping mow the side of the roads, they're helping clean out ditches. They're always in potential harm's way.
That was Victoria Bailey reporting. Sheriff Scott goes on to say the new additions will be tested once a month to ensure they are in proper working order. The project should be complete by early September. A North Lamar Rescue Squad volunteer is accused of taking a patient's medicine. 26-year-old Dusty Nicole Sizemore is charged with theft of property, second degree, and possession of a controlled substance. Sullivan Assistant Police Chief Tracy Taylor says an officer was dispatched to Rebecca Lane on Wednesday. A person at that home claimed one of the Rescue Squad volunteers on scene stole some medicine. Taylor says people were interviewed at the home and a search was conducted. She would not release where the medicine was found or what led up to the call. The North Lamar Rescue Squad is a volunteer-based service that provides basic medical care. Taylor says she was informed that Sizemore was suspended from the organization pending an investigation. Oktibbeha County is working on having all of its first responders carry Narcans. It's a drug that counteracts opioid overdoses. The county's EMTs have carried it for years, but now they want all officers to do so as well. The problem is the drug will cost the county a significant amount of money. MSU is hoping to help the county look for grants to assist with that cost.
The cost is very expensive. It's about $90 a vial or for an inhalant, and when you start trying to give 200 people that, it gets very expensive. Hopefully there's going to be some grants that follow that we can at least get some on board, especially out in the county where we would have a longer response time. Getting this medication on board could save somebody's life.
Hunt says they treat at least one overdose a week. Columbus police are looking for 2 men they say yelled inappropriate and suspicious comments to a 15-year-old girl. It happened around 5 yesterday afternoon after the teenager got off the bus near 9th Avenue and 9th Street. Police were told 2 males in a brown Nissan car stopped and started calling out to the girl. When the passenger opened his door, police were told that's when the girl ran to a nearby home. The suspects were described as white males in their 20s with curly hair and wearing muscle-style t-shirts. The interior headliner of the car was reportedly falling into the vehicle. Anyone with information is asked to call Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. In the meantime, police encourage parents to keep an eye on children at bus stops and call 911 if you see anything suspicious. Time now to get the latest on our afternoon forecast. Here's meteorologist Alex Puckett to tell us all about the rain.
Thank you very much, Renee. And unfortunately, we're still dealing with a little bit of rain across the area this afternoon. Not a particularly nice Friday afternoon. A view from our Alpha Insurance Skycam there in downtown Columbus. We have seen a few showers popping up, mainly in the Golden Triangle area this afternoon, particularly along and south of Highway 82. Again, a shower pushing through southern Lowndes County there. That may be the heaviest of the rain. These are going to be brief as we go through the early afternoon hours. Temperatures in the low 80s area wide. As we go through the rest of the day, temperatures topping out in the upper 80s. And a few more thunderstorms possible as we go through the rest of the day. Renee?
All right, Alex. Definitely want to pack those ponchos. Thank you for that update. A man who shot a postmaster in Pontotoc County during a robbery pleads guilty. Thomas Scott accepted a plea agreement admitting he shot the Randolph postmaster in the arm back in September 2016. Scott and a second suspect held up the mail center. They were later captured in Louisiana 4 days after the robbery. Scott will be sentenced in December. He faces at least 10 years in prison and a fine up to $250,000. Circuit Court takes place 4 times a year in Lowndes County. One of the terms is a couple of weeks away. It kicks off on August 21st and lasts for around 3 weeks. It might seem like it lasts long, but preparation for it takes even longer. Around 300 to 350 court cases are on the term docket. 3 judges divide those cases, but they're not the only ones a part of the circuit court process.
The clerk's office and the prosecutor's office, the district attorney's office, and the criminal defense attorneys, as well as the judges and the judges' staff as well, court administrator. She basically sets all of the cases that we have, gives them a court date.
The district attorney's office says preparing for circuit court is an ongoing process. Columbus councilmen take the first steps toward a 2 mil tax increase. The additional money would add $384,000 to the city's budget. Sales tax revenues are already up in Columbus. However, city leaders are planning to hire additional firefighters and police officers. The Columbus Crime Lab could also hire 2 more employees. Other future projects are also being touted for the money. Before the council can approve a budget, it must hear the budget request from the Columbus School Board. And finally, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation has issued a silver alert for a Corinth man. 69-year-old Hercule Lonnie Jones was last seen Monday afternoon in the 3100 block of North Harper Road in Corinth. He was last seen wearing a plaid shirt and khaki pants. Family members say Jones suffers from a medical condition that may impair his judgment. If you see him, call the Corinth Police Department. Well, next on Midday, the latest on tensions between the U.S. and North Korea and what China and Russia are doing to try to keep the peace. More Midday after the break.
In Mississippi, since 1999, there has been a 300% increase in opioid prescription sales. Understand the risks of prescription opioids. It's about you, your health, your life. Be informed.
Hi, we'd like your 2-pair deal.
Fantastic. It's the best value in eyewear. So will that be 2 pairs each or 2 pairs for each pair?
I need a pair for each of these 2 and then 2 pairs each for this pair.
You are a savings goddess.
2 pairs start at $38.71 and 2 pairs with progressive lenses $76.92.
Come on, Dylan.
I'm David.
Shh, I'm a goddess.
Don't miss the great back-to-school savings available now at iMart Express.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now. At C Spire, I work for Katie and Ellen. Some months they need unlimited data, some months they don't. So we thought of a plan that works with their life. Unlimited with cash back on your bill. Now when they use less data, C Spire gives them cash back. More data, and unlimited still has them covered. That works for Katie and Ellen. And C Spire works for you. C Spire, customer inspired.
Now get a free Samsung Galaxy S8 with trade-in when you switch to C Spire.
At LQ Furniture, we got some really big news for everybody.
We're now open at the 589 North Coley Road location every weekend. That's right, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll also be open in our second location at the back of Building 1 at the Tupelo Flea Market when the flea market's open. But every weekend we're open now at 589 North Coley Road. Y'all need to come out and see us and save.
In Mississippi, one of the biggest threats to your family could be lurking right inside your medicine cabinet. Understand the risks of prescription opioids. It's about you, your health, your life. Be informed.
And welcome back to WCBI Midday. Tensions continue to rise between North Korea and the U.S. as both sides make threats. Wendy Gillette is at the White House with those details and what China and Russia are doing to try to cool things down.
President Trump issued a new warning to North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un this morning. He tweeted, "Military solutions are now fully in place, locked and loaded, should North Korea act unwisely. Hopefully, Kim Jong-un will find another path."
They've been doing this to our country for a long time, for many years. And it's about time that somebody stuck up for the people of this country and for the people of other countries.
Not to be outdone, North Korea issued its own warning, saying if the U.S. launches an attack on the North, then it will immediately reduce the U.S. mainland into a field of nuclear war. President Trump continues to push China to do more to stop its neighbor and close ally from taking any drastic steps.
I think China can do a lot more, yes. China can, and I think China will do a lot more.
China delivered a warning to North Korea today, saying if it strikes the U.S. first, China will stay neutral. But Beijing has also called on the U.S. to not take steps to further escalate tensions in the region. And Russia's foreign minister has called on North Korea to stop testing missiles in exchange for the U.S. canceling its military exercises with South Korea. The U.S. announced today it will carry out its annual joint exercises beginning August 21st. North Korea has always viewed the training as preparation for an invasion. Wendy Gillette for CBS News, the White House.
The U.S. military said this morning that joint exercises with South Korean forces at the end of August will go on as planned. North Korea claims they are rehearsals for war. A newspaper in Guam blared the headline, 14 minutes. That's how long it would take for North Korean missiles to reach the island. President Trump is again asking China's president to step in. He's threatened a trade war if they don't help. On Thursday, the U.S. Navy sailed a destroyer through contested waters in the South China Sea, just 12 miles off of the shore of one of the islands China claims as its territory.